Good morning, students. Today I am going to start basics of chemistry. In today's lecture, we will discuss what is elements, what is atom, what is molecules, what is compounds, what is radicals, electropositive radicals, electronegative radicals, electropositive elements, electronegative elements, and valency. So first topic is what is elements. So we can define elements are the purest form of a matter. It cannot be broken down into two different elements by any chemical methods. For examples, I have taken the example of sodium, carbon, sulfur, etc. It means if you break sodium, you will get sodium. If you will break carbon, you will get carbon. Means you can't get some different elements. Understood? Your next topic is atom. An atom is the smallest particle of the matter. It is smallest particle of the matter. It is made up of electrons, protons and neutrons. E minus, it means on electrons there is negative charge. That's why I have written E minus. Protons, P plus. On protons there is positive charge. That's why I have written P plus. And neutrons, that is neutral. So I have written N0. 0 means there is no any charge on neutron. For examples, example of atom is sodium, symbol Na, carbon, symbol C. This is 11. 11 is the atomic number. 11 is the atomic number. And 23 is the atomic mass number. Elements, here atom is sodium. Sodium have atomic number 11 and atomic mass number is 23. Similarly, carbon. Carbon has atomic number 6 and atomic mass number is 12. Understood? So I will explain in detail what is atom or inside the atom. So here I have taken the example of sodium. Sodium have 11 electrons and 11 protons. This indicates atomic number. Atomic number means what? Atomic numbers means number of proton or number of electrons present in the atom is known as atomic number. This is atomic mass number. Understood? Atomic mass number means what? The sum of number of protons plus number of neutrons will give atomic mass number. It means if you add number of protons and number of neutrons, then what you will get? You will get atomic mass number. Understood? Atomic number is represented by capital Z. Atomic mass number is represented by capital A. Understood? It means Z equal to 11 is the atomic number of sodium. A is equal to 23 is the atomic mass number of sodium. Similarly, here Z equal to 6. 6 will be the atomic number of carbon and 12 will be the atomic mass number of carbon. Understood? So inside the atoms there is electrons, protons and neutrons. So I will tell you where is the electrons, where is the protons and where is the neutrons. So your first example is sodium. Sodium have atomic number 11. It means there is 11 protons and 11 electrons. Since the number of electron and number of protons are equal for an isolated atoms. Understood? So this is the inside the atom there is nucleus. Nucleus contain proton plus neutron. This is the orbit. First orbit, second orbit, third orbit. Understood? First orbit is represented by K. Second orbit is represented by capital L. This is third orbit is represented by M. And if there is one more orbit, then you can write K, L, M. That will be N. Okay? So here, this is this orbit. For this orbit, first orbit, N is equal to 1. N is equal to 1 means we are talking about K orbit. N equal to 2 means we are talking about L orbit. This one, L, second orbit. N is equal to 3 means we are talking about third orbit. That is M. Understood? In case of sodium, there is 11 protons. So listen, in first orbit, the capacity of first orbit is of 2 electrons. How many electrons? 2 electrons. So in first orbit, that is K orbit or K shell, there are 2 electrons, 1 and 2. Second orbit, the capacity of second orbit is of 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, atomic number is 11. It means number of electrons is equal to 11. Number of proton is equal to 11. In first orbit there is 2 electrons. The capacity of first orbit is of 2 electrons. Second orbit have 8 electrons. 2 plus 8, that is 10. Still 1 is remaining. So 1 electrons will be in the last orbit. It means M orbit. Understood? So these all are the electrons. This is the nucleus. So the place of proton is in nucleus. The place of neutron is in nucleus. But electrons, the place of electrons is in the orbits. Okay? So we can write, this is sodium, symbol Na, atomic number 11, atomic mass number, that is 23. So we can write in first orbit there is 2 electron, comma, second orbit they have 8 electron, third orbit there is 1 electron. So this is called electronic configuration of sodium. 2 represent K shell or K orbit. 8 represent L shell. It means L shell or L orbit have 8 electrons. K shell or K orbit have 2 electrons in case of sodium. This is third orbit. First orbit in sodium, in first orbit there is 2 electron, in second orbit there is 8 electron, in third orbit there is 1 electron. In third orbit there is 1 electron. Okay? See, this is the outermost electron. Outermost electron is also known as valence electron. Outermost electron is also known as valence electron. So in this example, sodium have valence electron 1. Sodium have valence electron 1. Understood? I will take some more example. One more thing I want to tell. This is atomic mass number. This is atomic mass number. So I have told you atomic numbers means number of protons and number of electrons. Both are equal in case of isolated atoms. If I say find the number of neutrons, if I say find the number of neutrons, if this is given, Na1123 is given. If I say find the number of neutrons, then what you have to do? Number of neutrons is equal to number of neutrons is equal to 23 minus 11. That will be equal to 12. It means in case of sodium atom, number of electrons is equal to 11. Number of protons is equal to 11. But number of neutrons will be equal to 23 minus 21. That will be 23 minus 11. That will be equal to 12. In case of sodium atom, there are 12 neutrons. 12 neutrons. Okay. Your next concept is what is molecules? What is molecules? Before next concept, one thing I want to tell you. Every orbit have its capacity to contain electrons, and that is given by 2n square. 2n square. Understood? This is the formula to find maximum capacity of any orbit or any shell which can contain electrons. How many electrons they can contain, you can find with the help of this formula. If you put n is equal to 1, it means we are talking about k shell or k orbit. In this formula, put n is equal to 1. It means k shall have capacity 2 into n is equal to 1. 1 into 1 square. It means 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. It means in k shell or k orbit, maximum 2 electrons can be placed here. Maximum 2 electrons. If you put n is equal to 2, it means we are talking about L shell. We are talking about L shell. L shell have maximum capacity of electrons will be equal to 2 into 2 square. This will be equal to 2 into 2 to the 4. That will be equal to 8. It means maximum 8 electrons can be here in L shell. Understood? Similarly, if you put n is equal to 3, we are talking about M shell. M shell maximum capacity of M shell is 2 into 3 square. This will be equal to 2 into 3 is 9. That will be equal to 18 and so on. It means M shell can contain maximum 18 electrons, but there is some rule to hold maximum 18 electrons that you will study in higher standard. Okay. Now we will start next topic, that is molecules. Molecules. It is combination of atoms of same element or different element. It is combination of atoms of same element or different elements. When atoms of same elements or different elements combine in any proportion, remember, in case of molecules, atoms of same elements or different elements combines in any proportion, a molecule is formed. For examples, hydrogen, H2, nitrogen, N2, oxygen, O2. Here there are two elements of hydrogen. Here is two elements of nitrogen. There are two elements of oxygen, and they combine in any proportion, then a molecule is formed. But in case of compounds, when atoms of different elements combine in a fixed proportion, in case of compounds, atoms of different elements combine in a fixed proportion, a compound is formed. Examples: H2O, CO2, NaCl, that is sodium chloride, carbon dioxide, water, etc. Remember, all compounds can be molecules. All compounds can be molecules, but all molecules cannot be compound. This is important. It means all compounds can be molecules, but all molecules cannot be compounds. Next is radicals. A radical is a group of atoms. It is a group of atoms that have a positive or negative charge on it. What is radicals? It is a group of atoms. They have either positive charge or negative charge. That is called radicals. Radicals, they are of two types: electropositive radicals and electronegative radicals. Electropositive radicals, the radicals which have the capacity of losing electrons. They can lose electron and carry positive charge, are called electropositive radicals. It means electropositive radicals have the capacity of losing electron. It means they can give electrons to some different atoms and they carry positive charge. Examples: NH4, ammonium. Similarly, electronegative radicals. How you will define electronegative radicals? The radicals which have capacity of gaining electrons and carry negative charge are called electronegative radicals. I will write here. So I have written here electronegative radicals. The radicals which have the capacity of gaining electrons and carry negative charge are called electronegative radicals. Example: SO4 2 minus, sulfate, this is called sulfate. CO3 2 minus, carbonate. HCO3 minus, that is bicarbonate, etc. SO4 2 minus, it means they can gain 2 electrons. CO3 2 minus. It means they can gain 2 electrons. Understood? Bicarbonate HCO3 minus, they can gain only 1 electrons. Electropositive elements. This is element. This was radicals. Elements, it means single atom. Electropositive elements. Elements having capacity to lose electrons are called electropositive elements. Example, Na plus, sodium plus. It means they can lose only 1 electron. Ca2 plus, calcium 2 plus, they can lose 2 electrons. Potassium K plus, they can lose 1 electron. Mg2 plus, magnesium, they can lose 2 electrons. Similarly, electronegative elements. Previous was electronegative radicals. This is electronegative elements. Elements having capacity to gain electrons. Elements having capacity to gain electrons are called electronegative elements. They have capacity to gain. They can receive. Example, Cl minus. That is chloride minus. Br, bromide or bromine minus. Br minus. They can gain 1 electrons, etc. Valency. Valency is the combining capacity of an element. What is valency? Valency is the combining capacity of an element. Elements in the same group of the periodic table have same valency. I will explain what is in next chapter. Whenever I will start classification of elements, that is chapter number 2, then I will explain what is periodic table. Okay, so in the periodic table, same group of the periodic table have the same valency. Understood? If I talk group number 1, they have valency 1. Sodium is the element of group number 1. Potassium is also the element of group number 1. Hydrogen is also in the group number 1. So, sodium, potassium, hydrogen, they all have valency 1. Okay? For metals, valency is equal to number of valence electron. For example, sodium atomic number 11, its electronic configuration will be in first orbit, that is 2 electrons, second orbit 8 electrons, third orbit 1 electron. Outermost orbit is the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit is known as valence electron. So in case of sodium, valence electron is 1. Therefore, valency is equal to 1. In case of metal, for metals, for non-metals, valency will be equal to 8 minus number of valence electron. So I will write here for non-metals. So in case of non-metal, valency will be equal to 8 minus number of valence electrons. For example, C6. Here 6 is the atomic number, and I have told you what is atomic number. If you write electronic configuration, then in first orbit they can contain 2 electrons. In second orbit 4, 2 in first orbit. In second orbit there are 4 electrons. So its valency will be equal to, since carbon is a non-metals, its valency will be equal to 8 minus number of valence electron. So here valence electron is 4. 8 minus 4, that is equal to 4. Valency of carbon is equal to 4. Nitrogen N7. 7 is the atomic number of nitrogen. Okay. Its electronic configuration will be 2, 5. It means in first orbit, that is K orbit. or K shell, there is 2 electron. L shell or L orbit, there are 5 electrons. So valency will be equal to, since nitrogen is a non-metal, so its valency will be equal to 8 minus number of valence electron. Here valence electron is 5. So this will be equal to 8 minus 5, that will be equal to 3. So this, the valency of nitrogen is 3. Understood? So in next lecture I will tell you how you will write and read name of the compounds. Before next lecture I will send you table in your respective WhatsApp group. What you have to do? You have to learn and write the table in science first notebook. If you do this much, there will be no problem in chemistry. Your 30% to 40% work will be easy. Okay? So here is the table. You can write in your notebook. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.